Yes, sir. I got your website pulled up here for anybody that would like to get a copy of his book, StephenBaskerville.com, The New Politics of Sex. Can you tell me a little bit about what that book is about?
Yeah, that book is a little more broad. It deals with the larger issues of sexual radicalism and sexual politics. So I deal with the role of the feminists and a little bit of the homosexualist and transgender stuff. But really, I think that's overemphasized a bit. I think the real damage is done by the feminists. And there's so many areas. I deal with things like false rape accusations, and I deal with things like the welfare state a lot more. I also deal as a whole section. The final section deals a lot more with the influence of radical feminism and sexual ideology on the United Nations and the foreign aid systems and the economic development and the international organizations. It's massive. I mean, the United Nations spends most of its time. It's not making peace, and it's not promoting development. It's pushing radical feminism, especially in the global South. So there's the whole foreign policy apparatus of the United States, Britain, other countries, intergovernmental organizations, the European Union, especially. All of these people don't pay attention enough to foreign affairs and international organizations. Most people, devote their attention to domestic. If they're concerned with civic affairs or public affairs, they tend to focus on domestic things which affect their lives. But so a lot of chicanery takes place in foreign policy and in international organizations, and these are bastions of radical sexual politics and other kinds of chicanery also. So this is the whole the larger phenomenon of what is sexual politics has done to our world.
Yes, sir. When are you looking at your new book coming out? How far are you away from completion?
I hope it'll be soon. I don't want it to be a big book. I want it to just connect all of this with what's happened in the last 3 years and help people to kind of connect the dots, see the bigger picture. Because there's a lot of books now that tell us what has happened. They tell us the events, what's taken place over the last 3 years, how horrible it is, how awful the terrible policies of the Biden administration and others. It's true, but sooner or later we got to step back and say, well, why did it happen? Why did this happen? Not just what happened, but why, and what can we do about it? So it tries to take a little more constructive approach, and tell people, give people the larger picture. And what did we do? I mean, what did you and I do? What were we, neglecting, or what were we not doing over the last 10 years that we allowed this? Because we did. I mean, that's the basic attitude we should take. This didn't just happen. This isn't just evil lefties or rhino Republicans. It's that too, but it's not just that. We let them do it.
We did.
All of us. And once you take that attitude, it's basically a Christian attitude, I think, maybe a Muslim attitude too. What's the sin within? What did we do wrong, and what can we do about it? I think that's a healthy attitude to take, and I think it's what we all have to. It's the first step toward constructive response.
What else besides the book are you working on? You got any other future projects coming up?
Oh, that's the main thing. I try to write bits and pieces here and there. I'm very concerned about the Istanbul Convention in Europe. It's the attempting to Europeanize, internationalize domestic violence law. It's a very dangerous. It's basically exports Anglo-American domestic violence and divorce law to European countries and others as well. And it's a formula. So it's a terrible formula for destroying civil liberties as well. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm essentially, teaching in Poland and France, and I'm enjoying that. It's great, but there's nothing like well, I like to speak and to be on shows like this. I think the conservative media, the media like you, what you're doing here is extremely important. It's the only thing. I mean, this is the failure of the mainstream media is just absolutely enormous, and the alternative media is has got to just be more aggressive and proactive. So God bless you. Thank you.